We've got a mass lobby of Parliament today, and we see over 1,000 older people, disabled adults and their carers and families marching on Parliament to get a crucial message across to their local MPs that care is in crisis and urgent and radical reform is needed so that they and their families get a much better deal.
I'm here in support of the Care and Support campaign, which I've been involved in for several years now, because every day we're hearing the concerns of older people about the care that they get, the quality of the care they get, or the fact that they can't get any care because they don't meet the criteria.
I'm helped to support the group, the Eade UK, which my wife belongs to, and come up to see what we can say and what we can do to help the older people.
Today's lobby has been absolutely fantastic, and the reason that we needed to see all these MPs today is to convince them that they need to get in touch with David Cameron and they need to put pressure on within Parliament, and I think we've achieved that. We've managed to get through to 2/3 of MPs. I think what today has shown us is that when you bring people together and you get those stories, it's really powerful, and I hope that those people shared those stories with their MPs, because that's what really matters, it's the individual stories.
Well, I'm going to ask them what they intend to do to make the care system a bit fairer for everybody, so that it doesn't depend on where you live, what standard of care you get. You should get the same care no matter where you live. Even within a borough, it can be completely different from one side of the borough to another.
Andrew Smith is taking up the case of a man who lay dead for 3 days. His carer knocked on the door and walked away. When we had the other sort of carers, the minute they knocked on the door and couldn't get a response, they would call the police. Not nowadays.
In the care homes, where they introduce music or something like that, some games, they're so much more motivated and healthy. They don't spend so much time sitting in chairs, being able to walk after a certain amount of time, and they don't need the support of drugs and other things because they're happy and they're looking forward to something that's coming into their home.
The most important thing the government can do is to inject more funding into social care for older people.
Went to see my MP's secretary up in the central lobby. We spent about 45 minutes talking, really me explaining the problems I've faced with welfare and care. It's really nice to be able to put my point to somebody who can actually influence things.
I saw Louise Elman, who is from Riverside. I know Louise Elman, I've seen her on the television lots of times. She was a very, very nice lady. She listened to us, she listened to every one of us, and she took on board what we said, we hope.
If people weren't able to join us today, there's still loads of opportunity to take part. They can log on to our website, the Age UK website, sign the Care in Crisis petition, because we need mass support for this. We're aiming for 100,000 signatures, so any support they can give is really welcome.